Hi, this is Mihai Gnasienco. I'm a volunteer with Ontario Regimental Museum, and I'm specialized in Soviet tanks and hardware. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the back of the T34. So the T34, as I said, it's quite a straight setup design. You have an engine which is right now kind of located right where the mantle ends. Behind it you have the transmission with the clutch, the rear ends, which will drive the final drives, which then basically turn the track and propels the tank forward. The service on this vehicle has been contested by many. Some think it's way too complicated. I can take the back end apart in less than an hour with an untrained person, except for the fact that you really have to do some wrenching because you have to pull all these bolts out. Other than that, there's nothing complicated about it. Once you want to start working on it, you have a couple of options. Number one, which is usually the one used, is to use this hatch. This hatch gives you access to the starter, to a lot of components, linkages in the back of the tank. There's other louvers and covers that can be removed on top, which give you access to the air filters and other components. You get closer to the clutch and more of the back of the engine. For really large repairs, the solution was to take this entire plate off, which is an armored plate, so it can actually take small arms fire, and it will give you full access to the back of the tank. The only kind of drawback to that was in order to work, the best option was to remove these pins too, because otherwise you constantly had to go up and down on this ramp. But other than that, it actually was a practical way to deal with access to the tank. Talking about the track, since we're talking about the powertrain, it's quite a simple track. They're floating pins. There's nothing special about it. Literally, the pins are loose in the track, and that was one way to verify the track. You wanted to make sure that those pins are loose. And I'm going to explain the same concept on the T55 and T54 later on. It is a very practical design, thinking of the mud and the snow that these tanks were operating in. And it's nothing special about them. The only particular part on the T34 is you see these holes in the track. And what they were designed for is to use spikes. It's as simple as that. They had ice spikes, which enabled the tank to maneuver in ice conditions, heavy snow, and it's extra basically grip in that kind of conditions. Other than that, nothing special about it. The track is tensioned from the front. From the front of the vehicle, there is a very simple system accessible from outside. And other than that, you need quite a bit of muscle power to pull it up. There is a way to use chains and cables to do that. And other than that, nothing special. Basically, you need basic tools to service this track.